Hello, class. This is Dr. Scott with the example of the Chapter 12 Excel simulation problem. This one's it's not complicated, but it's got more to it than the others did. And as always, the cell references were going to be different. The numbers are going to be different. I don't have access to the Excel simulation worksheets themselves, so I just recreate them in an Excel worksheet. So I have listed here, well, I'll just read the problem first. You are considering the purchase of one of two machines used in your manufacturing plant. Machine A has a life of 2 years, costs $95 initially, and then $140 per year in maintenance costs. Machine B costs $165 initially, has a life of 3 years, and requires $115 in annual maintenance costs. Either machine must be replaced at the end of its life with an equivalent machine. The discount rate is 12% and the tax rate is 0. Calculate the EAC. Negative amounts should be indicated by a minus sign. Round your answers to 2 decimal places. Which one would you choose? Okay, so I have our knowns right here, and they are cell references that range from B1 to B8. I have our years listed out here. We've got from zero. Year 0 is the first year of the machine's life, and then 1, 2, 3, on to 10 beyond that. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what goes in this column. So let me click in the cell, and it's pretty easy. How much is the machine going to cost us in year 1 or year 0? Year 0, it's going to cost us the initial cost of the machine times 1 minus the tax rate. So my cell references start off with an equal sign, B2, which is the initial cost of the machine, asterisk, which tells Excel to multiply, open parentheses, 1 minus, and then the tax rate, which is B8, close parentheses, hit enter, and you should get the right answer. You're going to be looking at different numbers, but if it doesn't work, come back here and make sure that you have initial cost times, in parentheses, 1 minus the tax rate. In machine B, the exact same thing. Equals initial cost of the machine, which in my cell reference is B5, times 1 minus the tax rate. And then when you hit enter, you should get the right answer. So for year 1, we've already paid for the machine. Now we're looking at maintenance. So year 1 is maintenance cost. For machine A, that is cell B3, times 1 minus the tax rate. So these are my cell references, but your cells should look the same. I think yours are going to be D's and C's based on what the simulation has you do. But for me, it's maintenance cost times 1 minus tax rate. Same thing here. Maintenance cost for machine B is B6, and then 1 minus the tax rate, which is B8. Now that was pretty simple. So if you want to flip over to your actual Excel worksheet and get that far, that'll be good, because this is going to get a little bit more complicated now. So we click in this other cell, and as you know, I normally do these with you, but this one is a little bit complicated. So I wanted to save you the pain of me going back and making sure I had my commas in the right place and things like that. So we're going to do an if analysis for this one. So what this says is if the year is less than or equal to the machine life years plus the machine life maintenance cost times 1 minus the tax rate, then give me that value. So we did. So make sure that you look at this. Again, your cell references are going to be different, but I want your commas and your dollar signs to be in exactly the same places. So again, it's equal sign, if, open parentheses, the year, A13, less than or equal to dollar sign. So we're telling it may not be exact, but it's going to be pretty close. If it is less than or equal to B1, dollar sign B, dollar sign 1, which is our machine life, comma, plus dollar sign B, dollar sign 3, which is our maintenance cost, comma, 0, close parentheses, times, parentheses, 1 minus dollar sign B, dollar sign 8, close parentheses. And again, dollar sign B, dollar sign 8 refers to our tax rate, which is 0. But again, to get back to this. Now, the really cool thing about Excel is you need to do this for the rest of the column. But how in the world are you going to successfully type this again without making a mistake? You're probably not. So we copy it, Control C, and then highlight the rest of the column, and then paste it with Control V as in Victor. I'd already done that, so nothing changed for me. But again, I just wanted to make sure that I could go through this with you without stopping and starting and figuring out where the commas were, because that just kind of defeats the purpose. So again, if year 2, A13, is less than or equal to dollar sign B, dollar sign 4, which is machine life, so dollar sign column, dollar sign cell or line of machine life, comma, plus dollar sign B, dollar sign 6, so dollar sign column of maintenance cell and dollar sign number of maintenance cell, comma, 0, close parentheses, times, open parentheses, 1 minus, and again the tax rate, dollar sign B, dollar sign 8, close your parentheses. Again, we're here, we're going to copy this by hitting Control C, that's like Control Cat. We're going to highlight everywhere we want it to go and hit Control V as in Control Victor. Again, nothing changed for me because I already had this done. Now, we did all that because we need to figure out the EAC. And machine A is going to have an EAC and machine B is going to have an EAC. So this one we're going to use actually 2 different formulas in one cell. This is the most advanced thing we've done in this class, but it's really neat. And I hope that learning how to do math in Excel helps you in your professional life. But we're asking it to calculate a payment. So equal sign PMT, open parentheses, discount rate, which in my case is B7, comma, machine life, which in my case is B1, comma, NPV, which is our second formula, open parentheses, discount rate, comma, B12, which is the machine's cost year one, colon, B21. And what I'm telling it to do, when I say B12 colon B21, I'm telling it that I want it to look at all of these cells from B12 to B21. So let's see, B12, B21. Whatever cells your columns are, you want to look from year 1 to year 10. You don't want to mess with year 0 yet. Okay, so again, year 1 to year 10, parentheses, plus B11, which is your initial cost, your year 0 cost, close parentheses, and you get the EAC for machine A. Now for machine B, we do the same thing. Equal sign payment, parentheses, discount rate, comma, machine life, comma, NPV, open parentheses, discount rate, comma, your machine costs from year 1 to year 10, which in my case is C12 colon C21. Your cell references are going to be different. Close parentheses, plus your year 0 cost, close parentheses. Okay, well, if you have questions, ask me. Otherwise, I hope this helps.